Wagwan, my people, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Elsie Akot.
My name is Emily Power, and we're going to be talking about mental health, and today's segment is going to be about This Is My Story, and our first guest is...
Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing well.
Come to our channel.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy that you're here. Introduce yourself to our subscribers.
Hi guys. My name is Elias. I'm an entrepreneur. About mental illness is something I'm really passionate about. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder type 2 and ADHD, and I live my days a day at a time. Yeah, so I think that's all I can say for now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good enough. Thank you for being here today with us.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about ADHD and bipolar disorder?
What I can say, ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So people with ADHD sometimes get fidgety, or sometimes they can't concentrate, or short concentration spans. About bipolar disorder, it's a mood illness. So I'll give a disclaimer. I really don't have any medical background, but what I can say is, how I'll explain bipolar is, we all have moods, and our moods are like waves. Yeah, we have ups and downs. Everybody has their ups, their downs. Today is a Monday, you feel you're down. Tomorrow is a birthday, you feel you're up, you feel you're excited about it. Now people with bipolar disorder have extremes. You see, there's what we used to think, it's called lithium, the brain fuel. Now people with bipolar, at times they think a lot, which tends to be called hypomania. So when they think a lot, they go through a manic phase. And when they're manic, they're really excited, you're up all night, you're writing songs, you're cleaning your room, you're just hyper, yeah? But then what happens, because after you've exhausted all your lithium, all that brain fuel, your body has to rest, you see? So now you go into depression. Another depression lasts for a very long time. It can last for 2 weeks, where you don't shower, you're just lazy, you're suicidal, you just don't feel things that used to excite you don't excite you anymore. And then the manic comes again, you're hypersexual, you're hypersensitive, you're just dealing with so many emotions at once, you get? Yeah, so bipolar disorder, if I can't put it in a phrase, it's like wearing a high heel on one shoe and a flat on the other, and you have to walk like that for the rest of your life.
So it's imbalanced.
Yeah, it's imbalanced. It is imbalanced. Yeah.
Okay, does stigma lead to suicide?
Yeah, you find the thing about mental illness is the fact that mental illness is invisible is what really makes the victims to be the most vulnerable, yeah, because we really can't see it, yeah. And how the society handles the mentally ill, you find the police, how they aggressively handle them at times. It's not really okay, and how we laugh at them, like when you see a naked woman on the street, people see like it's an attraction, There was recently a viral video that was going around on WhatsApp of a woman who was masturbating. I think you guys saw it, yeah? And everybody's like, excited about it. But then what I think about is, she has parents, The parents have been unable to take care of her, What can we do as a society? So stigma, at times you find that with mental illness, let's say if your employer knows you're bipolar, they obviously won't hire you, because it means you're not productive, you see? That leads to stigma. How even to handle relationships at times, it's really hard when your partner does not understand you as a person, does not understand, your ups and downs and etc. things like that. So at times, the main cause of suicide is utter hopelessness. You feel you're really hopeless. You feel that there's nothing that you can do. But there's always hope. There's always help that you can be able to get. I believe so.
So tell us, what are your thoughts on counseling and medication?
What I would like to say about that is their channels, their avenues. I find at times, I don't know, there are people who are religious, there are people, I see at times there's what, you don't say that you go to church and pray about it and then it ends. You know that sometimes when people say, oh, you're depressed, maybe we, maybe maybe you can go and
You
pray
should
about
pray.
it, Ama, you should just forget. Why don't you just stop thinking about it?
Yeah.
Or at times it's good to go and get the professional help. It's okay not being okay. It's okay to validate your feelings. It's okay to feel helpless. Just learn to validate your feelings. Learn to accept. Go there and get the help that you require. But then you find another thing is the challenge that you're having is medication is also very costly. Even counseling is also costly. Is there a way that we need to have these conversations? Can we try to bring it down? Because I'm trying to imagine that at some point I used to take medication worth 50,000 a month. Let's say you're schizophrenic, gateman, soldier or your security guard. How do you afford that? Is there a way we can have insurance? And then you also find that in the stigma part, some insurance companies don't cover mental illness. You see?
Yeah.
So that can become also a challenge, yeah. But then go and talk to your psychiatrist. There's the way they'll take your medication. Try other avenues. There's meditation, whatever works for you.
Yoga.
Yeah. A lot of stress relieving activities. Finding a hobby, loving yourself, just hugging your inner child.
Okay, the next question is, does medication involve rehabilitation?
Yeah, part of that can be rehabilitation, and I find there's a lot of stigma also around going to rehab. Personally, I've been to rehab 3 times, and it's something which I'm comfortable about. Rehab is a place where you meet amazing people. You're able to get in touch with your pain. You're able to come to terms with what you're going through, and to know that outside there are people who have problems. If the people have challenges in their marriage, what do they go to? They go to a marriage counselor. You get. So rehab is not a place where we say, for the mental or machismo, as we say it. Yeah.
The crazy.
Yeah, the crazies. It's just a hospital. It's simply a hospital.
Like Madara.
Yeah, it's simply a hospital.
Yeah, it's simply a hospital.
It's simply a hospital. Yeah. So there's no shame in going having some time on your own, going and relax and away from the world. Yeah. So medication can also involve rehabilitation and therapy. Yeah, there are many types of therapy when you're going deep into it. Yeah.
You've talked about machismo and how we perceive them. Like, how do you think society normally perceives the mentally ill? Do we look down upon them? Do we give them the help they need? What do you think that happens in Kenya?
In Kenya, I think we are getting there, but it's really quite hostile in some places. Because you find people characterize mental illness as demons.
Right.
Yeah. Mapepo, witchcraft.
Yeah.
You have to go and be exorcised, or maybe somebody is outside there eating papers or eating grass. Then you're like, this person stole a phone. That's why some witchcraft. Witchcraft is not real.
No, it's actually real.
Anyway, it's a matter of opinion about it. But how I can say is how we need to go through it is having how do I call it, empathy, putting yourself in their shoes. Yeah. But there's one thing that I'm happy about, even where I come from, the stage where I come from, there's always that mentally ill person at that stage. Everywhere I think where you get your like matatu or bus station, yeah. So you find there's always that mentally your stage.
Yeah, of course.
And that person always has something to eat. So I'm happy at times the society takes care of the mentally ill, but we can also do more, go a step further than what we're doing. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, can you define CTPSD?
PTSD is complex post-traumatic disorder. It comes along with some symptoms of CPTSD, but then with it has some fluctuations of emotions, how you control your emotions, a little bit of toxic shame. Yeah. So about, that the events come replaying in your mind again and again, but then you're also left with a lot of shame and a lot of, feeling alone, feeling unworthy, things like that. So it's like going in a maze in your mind, round and round and round and round. Yeah.
Well, since we've talked so much about PTSD,
Yeah.
what's your view on narcissism?
So narcissism is actually something that I wish that is taught in schools. I find that at times I could say is the number one cause of suicide, because most people commit suicide at times you find it's from narcissistic abuse. So basically you find a narcissist is somebody who is devoid of emotion. They're people who have no empathy, period. Yeah. But then how they got it at times is also due to parenting. Their parents not validating their feelings, not being there for them. Let's say you have a child here, anakaa pale hajachangiwa diaper, wewe ushughulike na mtoto.
So that's exhibited through nurture.
Yeah, and through parenting. Yeah, so you find there's a narcissistic mom, narcissistic parents will go through your stuff without your own.
Yeah.
They don't care about boundaries. When you challenge them on something, they become hard. They expect, my daughter has to do medicine, my daughter has to do this.
Law.
Yeah, she has to marry from this tribe. They can't differentiate their daughter from you. You see her, the other individual. Yeah, they see them as part of you. And so that's what I can say about narcissism, basically.
Okay, so how is narcissism exhibited in relationships?
Thank you for that question. I think it's an amazing question. You find narcissistic relationships are also what we call toxic ones.
Mm-hmm.
You find when you meet a narcissistic partner, what they do is they mirror you. They just copy you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you do. The people who are hollow, they're the big kids, the big babies.
Big babies.
Yeah, they never grew up actually, by the way.
Yeah. When someone calls me big baby, sometimes it's just a nickname. But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, so first of all, when you look at narcissist is when this person was growing up, they learned to manipulate from an early age. So they weren't being validated. So they saw the only way to get that attention is by manipulating. You get? So they chose to be that person, and they can't change. There's no scientific evidence of a narcissist that has ever changed.
Yeah.
Now, when you meet a narcissist, there are 3 stages in the relationship. So you find the first stage is the love bombing stage, where you meet with someone, a lady or a guy. They're everything you ever wanted to see in a person. They give you attention. They do everything. They just mirror you. Everything you ever wanted. Yeah. Then the second stage of it is the love. That's the love bombing stage. Yeah. The second stage is the devaluing stage. So after you've stayed with this person, once in a while they start devaluing you a little bit. Start telling you, I don't like that hairstyle. I hate men who have short hair. So I shave. I hate men with beards. So I shave my beard. They control how you dress. They start shaming you for small things. Yeah.
For things you are initially.
Yeah, things you are. So you lose your identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do it because you want to please them. You get? And then now you find this, in that stage also there is what we call triangulation. So where they'll say, "Bidhi unajua ex wangu alikuwa ananipandisha ndege."
Naona anipandisha nduthi.
You get? No, they're just putting it out there. Then they look at you with a narcissistic smile. You get? So they want to see how you will take it. So it's like, kupandisha ndege is not a big deal.
It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. So what they are trying to triangulate you, and also try to. There's something I've forgotten the name of it. Trying to impose, like they say, "Are you cheating on me?" But they're the ones who are doing it. You get? It's called how is that thing?
I know they say one thing. When someone has insecurities, it's because they exhibit that same thing.
Yeah.
So they think you're doing what they would do.
Yeah.
They're accused of what they're doing.
For me to come and tell you you've stolen from me or you've cheated on me, it's because I know I can do it.
Yeah.
So I assume you can also do it.
Yeah. Sure.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So that's the second stage, and then the third stage is the discard stage, where they just leave you. They just disappear, and you wonder, what did I do wrong? So this person has left you. Narcissists always look for supply. Supply can be through sex, can be through money, can be through a lifestyle.
As long as it's energy.
Yeah, it's energy.
They're feeding from.
Yeah, they feed from you until they
Yeah.
can't feed no more. And then after they leave you, you are left with no identity. You wonder, who am I anymore? Because the music that you used to listen to, you stopped listening to it because they didn't like it.
Yeah, you change to their
to their music.
preference.
So you can't even tell you've changed how you dress, you've changed how you look, you just somebody else. And then another thing on narcissists and sex, you find that their sex is so robotic. They really don't know how to. In the beginning of the relationship, the sex is amazing. You can think, but it's because they're mirroring you, yeah. But then the sex is very robotic. That's what I can say.
It's like a routine.
Yeah, it's like they're just mirroring you. And then another thing, they hate the contact, cuddling, things like that. Sometimes it makes them uncomfortable. This person does not want to be touched a lot. Does not want. They start withdrawing as they're devaluing you. You see, yeah. So they're very weird people, but I think it's a matter of tolerating and educating this on our children, teaching it in schools about parenting. How should we parent? At times parents don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know really what they're doing. Sorry for cursing.
No, it's okay. It's allowed.
But yeah, so I find at times we need to be taught about these things, how to relate with people, how to take care of yourself. Yeah.
That's true. Everything you're saying is just speaking to my soul. I feel like, most guys are not really enlightened about things that matter. Like, they know trap music, they know about gambling, about things that are not as beneficial as they should be.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that you know all these things. So anyway, you're welcome. What are the challenges you face when it comes to complex post-traumatic stress disorder?
Oh, so with CPTSD at times, because of the trauma bond, let's say when you've been with a narcissist, at times when you look at it is when you realize, and after you've been with a narcissist, because you find most people that are with narcissists are empaths. So empaths are people who, they are really accommodating. They have an unhealed empath, uko na huruma mingi.
Always there for people.
Always there for people,
Yeah.
They don't love themselves, so the only way they can love themselves is by loving
other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when you look back at your life, you realize that all your exes have been narcissists. It's like you've been carrying a sign here that attracts narcissists to you all the time.
Come to me, I'll carry your baggage.
Yeah. So with challenges, you can say toxic shame. Toxic shame is that having that inner, as we grow up, we also have a lot of narcissism around, where you have a mother that does not validate your feelings, does not tell you you're doing the right thing. A dad who tells you you're stupid. So every time you have that voice inside your head, I'm very stupid, I'm very what,
I'm worthless.
Yeah, I'm worthless, I'm what. But then how to handle toxic shame? At times it's good to validate. You just say, today I'm feeling down. It's okay to feel down. You see? Let's say I've lost money from my pocket. Let's say I've just misplaced it. So it's okay. Nitaipata. No. At I come and take kosa doesn't mean I'm stupid or I'm good for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the effects of toxic shame is a lot of addiction. You find you're unable to let go of your addictions. But once you look through your pain and you see through it, is when you can be able to heal a step at a time, I think.
That's true.
So our last question is, how should people deal with toxic relationship?
So with toxic relationships, what I can say about it is how to avoid to get into narcissistic relationships. There are only two ways, from how I've seen, is one, having boundaries and deal breakers. So with boundaries, we have 7 types of boundaries. Oh God, I hope I remember them. So the first one are emotional boundaries. So emotional boundaries are when somebody invalidates your feelings. Let's say you're feeling down and they tells you, so unakuanga hivi, unakuanga tu. No. Then the second one is intellectual boundaries, when somebody belittles your thoughts, tells you, unanga kitu unaweza fikiria kwa kichwa yako.
Kifuniko ya shingo.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever they normally say.
Shingo.
It's true. What they say, Momo, picking.
But it sounds like jokes. Like me and you, we joke.
We joke.
Yeah.
But like that shit bites deeper than you know.
Yeah.
No, if it's true, if it's really like someone is saying it, like me and you, if you say it to me, definitely I won't
be like,
I won't feel anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have physical boundaries. Physical boundaries is when somebody gets into your personal space. Then we have emotional, not emotional. We have sexual boundaries. So sexual boundaries is when somebody violates you sexually. You need to have those boundaries. Yeah. Then we have time boundaries. Time boundaries is something when somebody does not, care about your time. Somebody is always blowing up your phone. Demanding so much of your time, but that's something that narcissists do.
People who triple double text you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not online and they're still texting. I'm like, bro, chill. I'm not online, know.
Yeah.
But I don't have money.
I'm at 10 minutes. I will reply.
I'm That's why you ignoring me. You're online.
Nani 10 minutes by the.
Yeah. So you find with time boundaries is something more so with narcissists. Let's say you're dating a narcissist. You can find that they're always calling you all the time. They're always wanting to know what you do. Sometimes you can mistake that for maybe she loves me too much. Maybe she's into me so much. But other times, hey, hold up, I'm busy right now. There's something I'm doing. Yeah. You need to be able to tell somebody that just hold on. There's something you're trying to manipulate me by.
What if someone is suicidal?
It's good to be there for them. But what I'm saying is, when somebody is always, you can't do anything.
No, I'm saying, what if someone is suicidal and they keep calling you?
They can manipulate you.
That is okay. That is okay to go and.
Because I've been in that situation where someone is suicidal, but I know they're manipulating me.
They're manipulating
but since because I did not appear, it appears like I'm mean. It appears like I'm the one who's in the wrong. Because a nigga is trying to kill himself. I'm here thinking like I don't give a shit.
That is
Kumbe, it's fake. Because he kept faking so many things. Cries, wanna jump.
Yeah, it's a toxic relationship.
Very.
So what I can say about it is you need to really get out of it. When somebody tells you that if you
break up, I'm not in it.
Yeah. Just speaking figuratively. When somebody tells you that if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to cut myself.
I told my ex that.
That is. See you live.
I see you.
Oh my goodness.
And here I am living my best life. Hello, kill myself. Where?
So you find those are time boundaries. Then after that we have material boundaries where somebody manipulates you, about you need to lend me this, you need to lend me.
You need to spoil me because I'm your shorty.
Yeah. You need to send me fare.
Send fare where?
Yeah.
No. That's a topic for another day.
It's not
That's
by
a
force.
topic for
It's not by
another
force,
day.
but that's
Me, you can't call me to your house. Listen.
Okay.
Let's digress for a minute.
All right.
You're calling me to your house.
Yeah.
I am using my products to get ready. I am wearing my outfits. I am coming from my destination to your destination. And then you tell me that you better pay, not fare, Uber. If you live where SGR or flights, we don't do road trips over here.
We don't do that over here.
We don't do it over here.
Ghetto.
You're taking my time and energy.
Ghetto.
So that's so ghetto. My time and my energy, you have to invest in that. That's my perception. But like I have friends I go to see, I don't ask them to pay an Uber because that's my home girl, that's my homeboy. It's different. But as stranger, you're trying to get to know me. Let me know your wallet first.
Unless it's your boyfriend, then it's different. If it's your boyfriend, then you're asking for fare. But if it's your boyfriend, you know whether he's broke or not.
But me, what I can say is, okay, this is something that I'll differ with you guys. And
okay.
I think opinions are valid and they're okay. It's okay to feel
Thank
like
you for
that.
I was about to ask them to hold me. Hold me back.
It's okay to feel like that. I feel what I believe in is love without conditions. Unconditional love.
Unconditional, yes.
Yeah, that today we can be together and tomorrow you'll be involved in an accident, you're in a wheelchair, but I'll still be there. I'll wash your undergarments. I won't let the servants do it because I love you. I love you when you have nothing. If I can come to your house, I want to come because I genuinely want to know you.
Man, I hope you
people say that.
I hope you guys are
listening. People say that and they don't do it.
No, this one looks like he'll do. I hope you're paying attention.
No, I'm for real.
You at home sitting there. I know you're holding your phone like this. I see you. Please take note. I hope you have a notebook there. Okay, I know you can't write, but okay, take notes.
So yeah, what I can say is it's good to love without conditions,
Yeah.
to be there to care for someone without having that they have to do this for me, they have to, because one thing, let's say that you're seeing outside here with toxic relationships, where you're seeing the relationships like katana shoka,
Literally.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
we kill each other because I met a chick, I've sent her fare to come and see me. Then when we break up, I'm like looking at all that money I've spent on her. It hurts. At times. Let me. It's for real.
Oh, that's being.
But people who love for real, they don't count.
They don't count money.
Once you break up, you break up. They won't even ask for shit.
No, the people you break up with.
They ask even for the pantry that he bought you.
The people who buy you.
5 years ago, Ruka.
Yeah. The guys who buy you houses, cars, all that. When you break up, it's still all in your name. They won't take it back because they knew when they were giving you that, it was not because you were spreading your legs from here to Amsterdam or to wherever. It's because they gave a fuck about your energy, your time, so they feel like it was worth it. So for the ones who tell you that, even you go to a club, they're like, after 2 bottles, what am I getting back? What are you getting back? A receipt? Nonsense. What do you mean? What else do you want?
But me, what I can say, from what I've observed, that's a good opinion. From what I've observed is I find outside here we have a lot of entitlement going out. A lot of, what I would say is I wouldn't expect somebody to do something for me.
I think we have
that
2 minutes more to
I wouldn't do for myself. I can't say, let's say if I was a girl, that I need a boy who will take me to Dubai, and I can't even afford to take myself to Dubai.
No, those are very unrealistic standards. If you
you
can't afford the lifestyle, do not impose it on someone else.
Yeah, you see.
Impose something you can afford on your own.
Yeah, but me, what I really am attracted to is realness. Those times when we didn't have to go to KFC.
We go have some tura somewhere.
Not even about tura, just taking a walk. Because at times you find we are going with you on a date. We go to have pizza. But you're on your phone, putting the pizza on Instagram. Are you really being with me in the moment?
I don't relate over here.
But
No, not me. No, I've never. Every time I go out, people, unless I want to and I'm giving out that energy. But all the people they've never used their phone. Even me, I don't use their phone. If I'm going out on a date, that's a date.
Yeah.
Unipeleke kwa nyumba kama unataka kutumia simu.
Yeah, so you find that that's some of the things that we see, and I'm quite indifferent to it. But I miss the old days.
The 7th one.
Oh, the 7th one is the spiritual boundaries. So spiritual boundaries is when somebody uses religion to manipulate you, or
that's fucked up.
Yeah, or uses something else to.
Or what you believe in.
Yeah, or imposes their beliefs on you.
Yeah.
Or for instance, let's say I'm an atheist. You're a Christian. So you're like, oh my God, you don't believe in God. What are you doing with your life?
Yes.
Yeah, or even
that's manipulation.
Yeah.
Or they found you wearing the short stuff, and then immediately they start ditching you. They're like, no, this is too short.
You found me in my short. No, you found me in my exposed things. You will take me in my exposed self. There is no if you're coming to change my life, you better change it financially in a gaining way.
Or if
not that you're changing.
Oh no, you should start singing gospel.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Christian.
Like you can't. I believe if you wanna change someone, change them positively. Call out things that you feel are their breaking points. Like be like, oh yeah, you have this bad trait. Let's fix this. You have this and this. You can't manage money. Let me help you manage money. Don't come and tell me oh you dress like this. Are you the one who's buying my clothes? Hey. I will I want to dress up as Marilyn Monroe. I will.
TikTok.
So
yeah, so we've done with the boundaries. So how to avoid narcissistic relationships is, one, you have strong boundaries, very strong boundaries. But then boundaries, there's a limit to it. Is when you cross it, I tell you, by the way, you've done this. But now with deal breakers is where I can't take it. Yeah, and the deal breakers, it's not a must. I tell you, you've done this. I just leave. And what I'll say as I close is, when you leave, you need to leave. The strongest negotiating position. Oh my goodness, Jesus. Okay, the strongest negotiating position is when you can walk away from the table and actually mean it. Yeah. So cheers. I've been Empathy, Elias. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. That was really, really educational. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you educated yourself about one or two things. Right?
Thank you for tuning into our channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share. Follow us on Instagram, Kenya_mental. It's your girl Elsie Akot and
Emmeline Power.
Natuko happen Danny Till next time, people.
Bye.
Show you fire me catapult of love. Now I be say I don't be